Good afternoon, everyone. I come to you with another recipe. I have made mock tuna salad before, but this is a different variation of it. And I happened to find this on my Facebook group. Erlene had posted it on Facebook that she had made it before. And since she posted it there, I won't post it back. But this has got a little bit more ingredients in it. Hi to everybody coming in, and thank you for coming in and sharing this out. It really looked good, so I wrote the recipe down this morning. Hi, Vanita. Hi, Be Ready. All you. Sure. I can do that. I can do that if you want to. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. I've never done that, but I can do that. Sure. First of all, I'll get out and show you what I've got. I'll put this down so you can see. You can't see without it down. All right. Sweet relish without vinegar. I don't know where you can find that, Be Ready. I really don't know. Okay, here I've mashed a can of chickpeas. And I wrote this recipe down, so I hope I can read my own writing. And so far, I've been seeming to. It takes a quarter cup of reduced fat vegennaise. Well, I didn't have vegennaise. I've got just male, so I'll put that in here. It's egg-free, so I just have to use what I've got. And I wasn't about to go to the store and get this. I already had this, so I'll just use this. It's hard to find stuff without vinegar. It really is. Oh, you do? If you do, post it on the group. Oh, if you do, you post it on the group so we can make it. It takes a half a cup of celery, 2 tablespoons of sweet onion, and okay. What I've got in here is celery, sweet onion, and green onion. And I will give you the ingredients in a little bit, but I've got all those. I put them in a bowl. I thought it'd be a lot easier just to put those all together in a bowl. Then I have a half a teaspoon, I believe it is, or half a tablespoon of nutritional yeast flakes. And 1 teaspoon of low sodium soy sauce. Now I use Bragg's liquid aminos. It's got a little more sodium in it than most have, but I'm just going to put that in here. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this all together. Let's get this on my counter. And that's basically all there is to it. It doesn't have very much to it. And just mix it together, and it's supposed to taste almost like tuna. Practically be better than tuna. Yes, it's chickpeas. I'm just hoping this will look as good as Erlene's did. It looked real good when I saw it on Facebook, and I thought, well, I want to try this because the variation I had made before didn't have as much in it as this one has. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and make this and see what it tastes like, and we'll do a taste test while I'm here. It's really hard to get these chickpeas mashed up as good as they should be, but I did the best I could. Let me wash this fork off, and I'll take a taste test of this, and I'll let you see and I'll tell you what it tastes like. Now I like this one much better than the one I made before. Much better. It's got more flavor to it. Very simple to make. Not much in the recipe at all. I'll pull it back a little bit. Not many things in the recipe. And feel free to, I'll pull it up a little bit. Feel free to vary it if you want to. Do your own variations because everybody has will probably leave the nutritional yeast out. I still use it, And in fact, the just male I had, I'm going to have to figure out how to make my own mayonnaise because that has vinegar in it, but it doesn't have eggs. Well, you've got one, but it shouldn't have vinegar either. But that's the only thing I can find right now. So we have to do with what we've got. We all learn by doing. We learn off each other. But whoever in here has a relish recipe that doesn't use any vinegar, post it in my vegan Facebook group because people might want to make that. Since we don't want to have vinegar, we don't want to be involved with something like that. We want to leave that stuff out of our system. Then go ahead and make the recipe and then post a picture of it up on the Facebook group. Give the recipe as well. And I can bring this a little closer. I can show you into the into the, see, does that look like tuna? It's real hard to get the chickpeas mashed, but there you go. It's got, and it's simple. Not that many things to it. And it's a different flavor than the one I made before. I made one a while back that didn't have the soy sauce in it. It didn't have the nutritional yeast flakes. I don't think it has much onion in it either. It didn't have, this has got green onion in it. It's got sweet onion and it's got celery. All three. 1 can of chickpeas. It's got a 1/4 cup of the mayonnaise, the just mayo I put. 1/2 cup of the celery finely chopped. I took, I think it was 2 celery stalks that took 1/2 cup. 2 tablespoons of sweet onion. And I've got some Walla Walla, the sweet onions from Walla Walla, organic. I used one of those. 1/2 tablespoon, like I said, of nutritional yeast. 1 green onion, finely chopped. And the recipe I made the other day were diced onions. The ones I made yesterday were diced onions, green onion. I know there's not much in a green onion, so I just took a little small handful and put it on the counter and chopped it up a little better and put it in here. And I thought, well, that's good enough because I could not find any green onions at Walmart. They usually have them about 5 or 6 banded together. They didn't have them like that. They only had them in a package, in a plastic container. So that's the only way I could buy them, already diced up. So what can you do? You have to take what you can get. So I had to do that. And then a teaspoon of the low sodium soy sauce. You can't even taste the Bragg's liquid aminos in here because there's not much in here anyway. But it's nice and moist. It's not dried out. And I'm going to have this for lunch since I haven't had my lunch yet. I always used to eat a lot of tuna, but since I can get by without eating tuna and fix this, this is what I'm going to make. We need to get back to what God gave us in the Garden of Eden. A lot of people don't know that He gave us plants and vegetables in the Garden of Eden, or fruits and vegetables, and that's what we need to get back to eating. We don't need all this, the cheese, we don't need all the dairy milk, we don't need the eggs, we don't need the all goes with it. What's that if not tuna? It is a mock tuna salad. If you look on my title, that's what it's, a mock tuna salad. It's used chickpeas. You don't use tuna, you use chickpeas. You take a can of chickpeas. The chickpeas I used is organic. I mashed them up real good, put them in here, and added all the other ingredients to it that it calls for. Yes, chickpeas you use for, and it's amazing. Chickpeas are so versatile. There are so many things that you can use chickpeas for. And it's really, and they're actually pretty good. I never thought of using chickpeas for this or a lot of the things I've been making, and when they say chickpeas, I says, well, that's simple enough. I've got chickpeas. I'll just use a can of them. I really enjoy making things for, oh, thank you for getting that, and Vanita. I knew that you'd be right on the ball that you finally got it. But it looks good. You can see it looks like tuna. Hi, Erlene. I took your recipe off of Facebook, my Facebook group, the mock tuna salad, and I made it today. I think it looks pretty good. I didn't have the vegennaise that you had, but I got to scroll. I don't scroll. There, it's not scrolling. Yeah, I've already had a little bit of it, Erlene. I like it. It tastes really good. I had the Bragg's liquid aminos. I don't know what you use, but I had that. I didn't use vegennaise because I didn't have that. I've just got just mayo. It's egg-free, but I used that. I used everything else it called for. This is actually a better variation of the mock tuna salad that I made before. I made a different one before, but it wasn't as good as this one's going to be. I didn't really like it as well. I ate it, but I could have lived without it. But I like this one much better. This thing's not scrolling today for some reason. Let me hit that. There we go. Oh, that's what you used also? Okay, good. I'm glad because Bragg's liquid aminos, Walmart's starting to carry that now. Oh, it's out of that book that you got? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to post it up on the Facebook group since you already posted it there. I will post it up on my own Facebook page, though. Maybe post it up to Leslie's. And maybe if you didn't post it to Alexis's, I'll post it there. But I won't post it to my Facebook group since it's already there. But that's what my Facebook group is for. People go in there. If there's a recipe that you want to try, feel free to write it down and try it. That's what I did when I saw that and I remembered that she had posted that on my Facebook group. So I went into my group this morning and I says, I'm going to write this down and I'm going to make it because I'm hungry for it again. This saves you eating all the tuna that you shouldn't have in the first place. You know, if people realized that the fish in the ocean, the water's got mercury in it, and therefore it gets in the fish, and then you eat it, it gets in you, and that's harmful. So you don't want to put anything in your body that's very, very harmful to your system. And that's why if I could find ways to get around it, I'm certainly going to do that. And I like the way this looks. It's nice and moist. It's going to last a little bit. You know, I'm going to make some sandwiches for lunch today and eat it. But I really enjoy making new foods. Maybe tomorrow I'll come in and make the bread that I was going to make. I just didn't get around to it today. Time got away from me. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. And do you want that in your body? I certainly don't. Because you know something? The fish will swallow that plastic. And then humans will catch the fish, and they'll skin them and everything, and fry them in their skillet and everything, and they get all that in their body because you can't get rid of it by putting it on the skillet or whatever, baking it or however they fix it. You can't get rid of it. It's there. Let's face it, you just can't get rid of it. It's the same thing with pork. People eat a lot of pork, but do they realize what that's got? It's got trichinosis worms in it. You can't get rid of that no matter how much cooking you do on it. You can get it as well done as you can. You can't get rid of it. You cannot kill them because they're there. Okay, how do we make it? All right. First of all, I took a 15-ounce can of chickpeas. They were organic. Mashed them up in my bowl. Then I added a 1/4 cup of reduced fat vegennaise, which I did not have. So I have a mayonnaise called Just Mayo that I get at Walmart that's egg-free. So I used that. A 1/2 cup of celery, finely chopped. 2 tablespoons of sweet onion, finely chopped. And I have some Walla Walla onions that are real sweet. That I took one of those and cut it and got 2 tablespoons out of that. 1/2 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. And that's a question mark. Some people will use it, some don't. You don't have to if you don't want to. But it just gives it a little bit better flavor. 1 green onion chopped. And the onions I used yesterday in my recipe I made yesterday, those diced onions, I didn't know exactly how much was for 1 onion. So I just kind of guessed a little bit and took it out, put it on my mat, and I chopped it with my Pampered Chef chopper because they're diced. I thought I'd better finally chop it a little bit better. So I chopped that up. And then 1 teaspoon of low sodium soy sauce. Well, I don't use actual soy sauce. I have Bragg's liquid aminos. So I use that. That's all it takes, and mix it all together, and this is what you get. It looks just like tuna, and it tastes just like the real thing, but without the fish. It's much healthier for you. You don't have to worry about putting something in your body that's going to harm you because the mercury in the ocean is not something you want in your body. What's wrong with soy sauce? Well, I just don't particularly care for it. You shouldn't be having it anyway, the real soy sauce, if you knew what they had. And you look at the ingredients on there. That eggless mayo, it does have vinegar in it, and I'm sorry to say it does have vinegar in it, but it doesn't have egg in it. It has most of everything else. I know I need to make my own mayonnaise or find one that doesn't have vinegar in it either, which is kind of hard to do, but I'm going to keep on looking anyway. But I used what I had, and you have to use your better judgment when you make something like this as to what you want to use and what you don't. Now, somebody else may use regular soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce. You know, I like Bragg's because Bragg's is a soy sauce alternative. It's vegan. It's better for you. That's why I use it. Walmart is starting to carry it now. I noticed that not this last time I was at Walmart, but a time or two before, I saw, oh my goodness, they're starting to carry it now. They never did before. So I bought me a few bottles of it so I'd have it on hand. Oh, thank you. Well, I've got a new phone. I got the iPhone XS Max, and I did have trouble one day with my phone the broadcast being pixelated, but that was not my fault because it was on Periscope's end, and they since fixed that. They had to do an update to fix the pixelation, but I'm glad it does look clear. Well, it has many other things in it. I'm not. It has the vinegar and I can tell you what it has in it. Okay, this has it's got canola oil. It's got your various different oils in it, but leofecusin does not have eggs in it. You don't need eggs in mayo to have a good mayonnaise, because you make your own mayonnaise. You don't put eggs or vinegar in it. I know, isn't it though? But this has quite a few ingredients in it. But it's called Just Mayo, and it's non-GMO. That's why I get it, because it's non-GMO and it's eggless. And I get this at Walmart. I happen to see it there, and I buy it because I like the taste of it. However, like I said, I'm going to have to make my own mayonnaise, find a good mayonnaise recipe that doesn't have vinegar in it. And I'm sure there's some out there. I just have to take time to look for one. We all have to do that. Start changing the way we eat. Yeah, I like vegennaise too, but I can't get it at Walmart. I get it at the grocery store that I shop at every once in a while. It's over where I get my hair cut. So the next time I get my hair short cut, and probably I'm going to, before too long, get it cut again, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to pick some up, because they have it. Walmart does not have it yet. They may eventually get it, but Walmart is getting on the bandwagon, and they're starting to get a lot of things now that other stores have. You know, like your Bragg's liquid aminos, and they're getting the coconut cream, and they're getting a lot of organic products. And I'm really glad of that, because organic is the way to go if you can afford it. However, it's not affordable for some people. Understandably, it can be very expensive. I'm on a fixed income as well. I do buy organic when I can. I just got paid today, so I can afford to buy a little bit of organic, but I don't go overboard, because, like I said, it's very expensive. But it's better for you. I try to get more of non-GMO than anything. Because that's what we need to get. We need to get anything with non-GMO. This thing doesn't want to scroll too well. When you do that, there we go. And if I put my finger up there, I try to get. I've had trouble with this not scroll. Periscope needs to fix it. It hasn't been scrolling too well lately. So normally it does, but after you mute somebody, it just sits there. But anyway, you make your own foods. You know exactly what you have in them. You don't have to guess, because they put so many chemicals in our foods nowadays. A lot of them, like I said, are preservatives. What we make ourselves doesn't have preservatives in it. So therefore, it's not going to last as long as it would from what you get in the store. But that's okay, because I don't intend to make it last as long as it does in the store anyway. I intend to use it up. So that's why I make my own products. Why Alexis makes her own. You know what's in it that way. You don't have to guess. You don't have to turn the package over and say, now, what did I put in this? You've got the recipe right in front of you. And if you're not looking at the ingredients of the products you buy, I suggest you start doing that, because it's very imperative. Because if they have a lot of ingredients and you don't know what those ingredients are, put it back on the shelf. Don't buy it, because they have chemicals in there that you cannot pronounce. And I've always said before, if I can't pronounce them, I'm not going to put them in my body. You don't need to put them in your body. They're not good for you. But yet the manufacturers do that because they feel that people are going to buy the product if it has pretty packaging, which it does, because they've started to change the packaging on a lot of their products now, because they feel if the packaging is pretty, people will look at the packaging and they'll want to buy it without taking into consideration what is inside that product, you know. And you have to start looking at the ingredients. Other people, like I do, start looking at the ingredients. I look at them a lot. I would not say every time, because a lot of the stuff I buy, I know pretty much what it has in it. But if there's something new out there that I'm thinking of buying and I've never had it before, I look at the ingredients to make sure that it's something that I want to put in my body. If it's not, I just say, forget it. I don't need it. I'll just move on. Because those ingredients, if we knew what those chemicals were, we wouldn't put them in our body. There's way too many chemicals. I gotta scroll this up again. I know that a lot of things have milk in them, have wheat, have soy. There is, you know, and it's hard getting around that. It's very, very hard getting around something that has milk in it. If you find something that has milk in it, I hesitate using anything with milk in it, but I'd rather do that than drink the milk. Now, I don't drink any milk, as I told you before. I don't drink any dairy milk. I don't eat the dairy cheese. I don't eat eggs, and I don't eat fish. I leave all that alone. The milk that I use is almond milk. I put that on my cereal. I use it in my recipes. If it calls for a non-dairy-free milk, I find almond milk is relatively inexpensive, so I buy a big container of it, and I use that. It goes, you know, and I use it a lot, so I have to keep a lot on hand. But until you refrigerate it, until you open it, you don't have to refrigerate it. So that's one good thing about it, because it won't spoil until you open it up. So yes, I do the unsweetened for my recipes. But when I put the almond milk in my cereal, I like to get the vanilla flavor, because that's a little bit better. Although I did run out of it, so I had to use the unsweetened in my cereal. It was okay, but I prefer the almond milk, the sweetened kind, the vanilla. And I try to buy that as much as I can. But like I said, for my recipes, it's the unsweetened. I get a big box of it and keep it on hand. Like I said, it won't spoil as long as it's not open. As long as the seal's not broken, you can set it on your shelf, your pantry shelf or whatever. But once it's open, you better put it in the refrigerator, because it will go bad then. But I use mine up so fast because I'm always making something that has milk in it, so it doesn't take me very long to use it up. Like that pudding, it takes 1.5 cups of milk, or the non-dairy milk. So I just put 1.5 cups in there, and it goes down pretty fast. But at least it gets used. You have to be sure that when you buy something that you know what the ingredients are. If you can't pronounce those ingredients, if you see them and it's got a long list of them, well, some of them have a real long list, and the chemical themselves is a chemical I can't pronounce, then just put it back on the shelf. That's what I do. I say, well, I don't need this in my system. You know, I say that if you find something that has 4 or 5 ingredients in it, that seems to be simple enough. But when it gets a long list of them and you can't pronounce them, now, some of the stuff I buy that's organic, it's got a long list of organic things that are like maybe organic tomatoes or organic onions or something like that. That's fine, but you know, because they're all organic. But hi, good to see you, Kedra. Welcome. Here's my my mock tuna salad. It's very simple to make. The base that you have is chickpeas. 1 can of chickpeas. I like to get the organic, because I know what I'm getting then, and I have no problem whatsoever. I have chickpeas in the bag that you have to cook, but you know what I'm using those for? I'm using those to make chickpea flour. There are some recipes that I've found that call for chickpea flour. So I find buying the bags of chickpeas, the whole chickpeas, are a lot better to making the chickpea flour. So that's what I use them for. But other than that, I buy a lot of cans of chickpeas. When I go to the store, I'm constantly putting a bunch of them in my cart to keep them on hand. Oh, that last person needs to be bumped out. Okay, when I watch the replay, I will take care of it. It was so funny. Now, I don't know if any of you had a problem watching my replay from yesterday, but something was glitchy about it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it came clear or not, but I could not watch my replay on my iPad nor my phone. I uninstalled Periscope on both the iPad and the phone to put it back on, thinking that would help. It didn't, so I don't know what happened. That's very seldom. I've had it happen a time or two before where I couldn't watch the replay and it didn't even start up. So I don't know what was going on. I could watch everybody else's, but I couldn't watch mine. So I put it up on YouTube and had to watch it that way. That's the only way I can watch it, is up on YouTube. So, if there's a person in here that cussed, and I'll get rid of that person when I watch my replay, because I don't need that kind of person in here. Let me go back. Let me go back and see if I can find that person. Which person was it? Let me go back. Let me see if I find it. I haven't seen it there. Maybe it's not showing up on my end. I think that Vanita got it. I don't see it. I don't see it right now. I think Vanita must have got it. So, okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I see it did get moderated. Thank you. Um, I don't know what they said because I didn't pay attention. If I'd have seen it, I probably would have blocked them. But I don't see it on my end, so it probably, there's nothing there. It just said muted by moderator. So I'm figuring that they got bumped off. So you're going to have that. I don't know why people insist on doing that. You know, they wouldn't want you doing that in their Periscope. This is not their scope to be doing that with. If they don't want to come in here and they don't want to be nice, or let's put it this way, if they're not going to be nice, they're not going to say anything nice, then they shouldn't come in here at all. I don't need that in my Periscopes. But, you know, I just pray for them anyway. They need help, you know. But like I said, if I can watch this replay, which I hope I can, if it shows up on my end when I watch it, I'll take care of it. But it's, you know, real funny. I've been noticing too, and I think Periscope did something about the updating it too, because not all the comments were showing up. When you watch the replay, some of the comments are not there. I've noticed that on my iPad. They're gone. Yep, there's somebody right there. Oh, I was just getting ready to block that one. And I see that you got it, Vanita. Thank you. Just getting ready to block that. But yeah, it's terrible. You know, I don't really mind the bots too much, although they can be annoying. But the ones that I don't care for are the trolls that come in saying nasty, mean things that, you know, they don't have anything better to do but to criticize other people. You know, if they don't like the way I look, or they don't like me doing these Periscopes, they don't have to come in and watch them, because I'm not here to satisfy anybody. I'm not here to make them happy or anything. I'm here for people, to help people learn. I'm not here for anything else. I gotta get that. You're right. They are. They're very unhappy with themselves. That's true. They're unhappy, so therefore they're making other ones unhappy as well. That's what they're doing. They want other people to be unhappy because they're not happy with the way their life is going. You know, that's a shame. But, you know, when I go into people's Periscopes, I don't try to be mean. I try to be nice. I'm trying to get this thing to scroll. It's not scrolling too well on it. They're having a problem with that, too. I try to be nice. And I'm a moderator for 3 or 4 different people at Periscope. And I try to catch them as soon as I can. Now, there's other moderators in there, too, but they'll catch them sometimes before I do. But we're right on the ball to get rid of those. It's annoying, and I have to follow or make sure that when I go on my Periscope that I go into my profile and I check to see who's following me and get those bots out immediately. I didn't before I came on here, so there may be some that followed me, but they'll be muted, they'll be blocked, so I'll get rid of them eventually. But you've got to do that. Even if you don't Periscope, you've got to block those bots, because they're going to follow you in every Periscope you go into. It's terrible, but that's what they do. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They do, but yet a lot of people don't think that being vegan is worth it, because they'd say it's too expensive. Yes, it's with chickpeas. Yes, it is. It has chickpeas in it. It has green onion in it. It has sweet onion in it. It has celery in it. It has Bragg's liquid aminos, the low soda, the soy sauce alternative. Let's see, nutritional yeast, and I think that's about it. But it's very simple to make, and as you can see, it does look like tuna. Doesn't that look nice? And I've tasted it already. It's very, very good, because I haven't had my lunch yet, and this will be my lunch: tuna sandwiches. I used to eat tuna all the time, and I never realized when I was eating the tuna that I really shouldn't have been eating if it was full of mercury and everything. Well, now that I know that it can be full of mercury, I don't want that in my body. Oh my goodness, no. I want to keep it out. So that's why I try to make my own products as much as I can. I know what's in it that way. I just look at the recipe, follow it to the letter, and I know exactly what's in it. I don't have to guess. We don't. You know, and Erlene, she makes a lot of her own foods too. She finds a lot of recipes on Pinterest or whatever, and she pins them up on Facebook, or she'll find a recipe that I've never seen before, and she'll put up on my Facebook. And this is the one that I wanted to try for a long time. There's other ones in there of hers that I want to try as well, but that's what that Facebook group is for. To do a recipe, follow it, and make it, and see if you like it. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Earlene. I understand. But if that's what you should do, try those recipes. Not everybody's willing to try the recipes, but that's what they're for. I hope when people join that group, if you're not in the group, that you'll ask to join the group and decide to make some of the recipes in there, because you're really going to like them. Now, not every recipe will you want to make, because some may not be pleasing to you, but the ones that are, go ahead and make them. Oh, thank you, Vanita, for getting that one. Another one, another bot. They don't have anything. Those guys that are releasing those bots don't have anything better to do but than to release bots on people's periscopes. It's annoying, but hey, it is what it is. We can't really do anything about it. We got to live with it, you know. But I'm glad I've got moderators in here to take care of them for me, and I appreciate my moderators. Valerie's one of them, and Manita's another one. Erlene's one, because she's driving right now, so I know she can't moderate like she normally does. But Vanita's taking care of most of them for everybody anyway, so she's pretty much on the ball. But I appreciate it, because a lot of people have not set up moderators yet. And if you Periscope, set up moderation, because you're gonna. I think you can put it on anything. I'm gonna put it on bread, make a sandwich out of it. But yeah, you could probably put it on anything that you want to put, because it's no amount of well, I should say it's limitless. You can choose what you ever want to put on it. You know, I like to make tuna sandwiches, although these are it's not real tuna, but oh, you're going to make it tomorrow? Oh, good. Good. Oh, there's another one. Oh, you got it. You got it. I was ready to block it, and you got it. Boy, I tell you, Vanita, you're right on the ball, and I thank you for that, because I seem to get a lot of bots lately. My goodness. I wish Periscope would clean up these bots, but it seems like they're not doing it. They're just letting them run free, you know. But take those recipes that you can and make them your own. If there's something in there that you don't want to put in it, that you don't eat, leave it out. And if you can add something to it that you might like, a little extra onion or something, do that as well. You know, they're not really set in stone. None of these recipes are set in stone. You just have to use your better judgment. I don't know why this thing is not scrolling today. Let me move that up there. Oh, yes, you do. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my mock tuna. It's very simple to make. Oh, you'll have to puree it. Yeah, I have a, everybody knows it's dirty right now, but I have the PC a chopper, and that's what I use. And it chops, because you just hit it, and you hit it as many times as you want, because I chopped them up real fine. You can't even see them in here, because they're chopped up real fine. Now, it takes a while to mash the chickpeas to get them so they're completely mashed, too. But you want them mashed to put them on your bread. But it's simple to make. It doesn't have but all that. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 ingredients in it. That's a minimal amount. Not very much at all. This thing's not scrolling. I don't know why it's not scrolling. I think something with I thought it was with my iPhone, or if this is a new iPhone or my iPad, things are not scrolling. If you guys are having that problem too, how do you start becoming a vegan? Well, don't do what I did. What I did is I went off of milk and cheese and the meat and eggs all at once. My suggestion is to you to start out slow. Let go of 1 or 2 things at a time at first. And then after you get used to not eating them, then you let go of the other ones. Don't go too fast, though, because probably I did it the wrong way, but I was enthused to get starting on this plant-based structure, so that's why I did it. So I decided just to go ahead and just get rid of all of them at once. Believe me, it has not been easy, especially when I first started. It is easier now, but when I first started, it was very, very difficult, because I wanted to go back to eating the meat so bad. But then I said, no, I can't do that, because then I'll undo everything I did, and I don't want to change that. No, I don't eat anything. I don't eat any animals. Oh, good, taking it slow. No, I don't eat animals now and then. No, Once you start going back to eating, okay, supposing you're a vegan or vegetarian, you go back to starting eating meat, you're going to get to the point where you eat it enough, you're going to want to continue to eat it, and then you're throwing your vegetarianism or your veganism right out the window. Then you really don't need meat in your diet to survive. If you realized where those animals came from, oh, it's pitch dark there. It's not here yet. If you knew where those animals came from and what they had to suffer for you to eat them, to put them on your dinner table, you would think a lot more about not eating the animals. I cry when I see the meat at the counter at the store because I know what that animal had to go through. It had to suffer, painful. It had to be slaughtered, to be processed into a package of meat so people can eat it. And it makes me cry because those animals deserve to live. They don't deserve to die. We should not be eating them. It's not good for us. Sure, there was animals in the Garden of Eden. God gave Adam the chore of naming all the animals, which he did. But that doesn't mean we're supposed to eat them. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Let me look at that last comment because I kind of missed what you said. Yeah, see, when you start going off of meat and then you go back on it, your body is going to react differently. Because right now, if I did that, if I went back to eating meat, my body would react I'd probably get really sick. Because I've been a year and a half not eating meat. And my body is adjusted to it now. And you cannot change when your body's adjusted to it. You're going to have to learn all over again. I haven't been taking supplements, no. But I probably should, but I don't. I don't take vitamins, and I really should. I've got some, but I just don't take them like I should. No, I can't either. I can't either, Earlene, because I realize what those animals have gone through for me, and I don't want to go back to eating meat because I'm enjoying fixing my own meals. I'm enjoying fixing stuff from scratch because that's what I'm doing, making things from scratch. And tweaking the recipes a little bit now and then and making them my own and eating the way I should be eating. Nothing that's going to harm me. Because when you start putting meat in your body, you're not doing what God has asked us to do. Well, you can get the protein from your fruits and vegetables. A lot of people think that because we're vegans that we don't get protein, but you do. You eat enough of them. There's a lot of protein in fruits and vegetables. Yes, beans are very good for you. I eat a lot of beans. You know, whether you have black beans or kidney beans. Kidney beans I like the best, I would say. When I had a garden, when I was married to had a garden, we planted green beans. Now those are very good. I'd take them and put them in the pressure cooker and pressure cooked them. They were very, very good. I loved them pressure cooked. Yep, you're right. First-hand protein. People think that because we're vegans that we don't get protein. But oh, yes, we do. If you look on the protein and some of the nutrition of some of the foods that you eat, there's a lot of protein in the fruits and vegetables. Not in the processed foods now. They lose a lot of the nutrition value because it's lost. When they process them the way they do, it's lost. What about chicken? Hi, good to see you. Chicken, I don't eat it either. I do not eat it. Don't need it. I do not need chicken. See, a lot of people think that you've got to have meat to survive. You know, and I thought that for the longest time too, but you really don't. You don't need chicken to survive. Oh, you got it. I was just ready to block them. You got them. You don't need them to survive. You don't need steak. You don't need hamburger. Well, thank you for the super hearts. You don't need steak. You don't need hamburger. You don't need all of that. Thank you, Arlene, for the super hearts. You don't need any of that stuff. Eat a lot of fruits and veggies. If you like beans, beans are so healthy for you. Of course, they will make you go to the bathroom a lot, but there you go. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. And you know, I'm still going 2 or 3 times a day. I'm getting all that poison out of my system. And I've been doing this ever since I've been on this plant-based regimen of mine. I'm still getting the toxins out. I didn't get them in there overnight, and I'm not going to get rid of them overnight. But I'm glad I go. Let's see what she said. She said about something, chicken. Well, that's, I don't know. You have to see how your body's adjusting to it. I don't think I would eat chicken at all, but you're eating a salad, which is good. Good. I'm glad because more and more people are finally beginning to realize that meat is not healthy and what it's doing to their bodies by eating it. So they're wanting to get away from meat. I should have done it a long time ago, but now that I have, I am not ever going back. Not when I can make my own burgers like I did yesterday. I can make tofu burgers. There's so many ways you can make burgers from beans. Oh, I don't know why this thing's not scrolling. Let me. What can you use in place of meat for chili? Beans. You don't have to put meat in there. You can use beans. You can use cashews probably too if you want to. Meat is a new cigarette. That doesn't surprise me. You're right. That doesn't surprise me, Arlene, that meat's a new cigarette. People think they got to have it. Somebody was asking about putting, if you don't want to put meat in chili. Now, I made a chili, and if you're not in my vegan Facebook group, it's called Karen's Vegan Heaven, then join that group and go in there and look at some of the recipes in there. I did make a vegan chili a while back that does not have meat in it. It's posted on that vegan group. Go in there and look at the recipe. Make it however you want. You can add what you want and take out what you don't. But it has no meat in it at all. It has beans in it. And it is very, very good. Yeah, that's right. Yes, they do. They cause cancer. People don't understand. This world is sick because people are putting unhealthy foods in their bodies. Meat is not healthy. It's not healthy at all. I know. Yes, that's right. Once you are off the meat like I am, once you've been off of meat for a long time and you've started making things without meat, you don't miss the meat. Do I miss tuna making this? No, I don't, because I am making it with chickpeas, which are a lot healthier anyway. I can eat this and not have to worry about getting sick from something that I shouldn't be putting in my body. You do not need meat. People think they need meat. You know why? They have been living on meat their whole life. They've never known what it's like to go without meat. So, and I didn't either until I started a year and a half ago going on the plant-based diet. I did not know what it was to go without meat. But I do know now. I don't miss it a bit. You know, like I said, at first I did. When I first started, it was real rough because I wanted to go back. But then I said, no, I'm not going to. But I don't miss it at all now. I have been off of it so long that I don't even consider it. I know it's when I go to the grocery store and I see the meat and all the things that have meat and stuff in them and stuff we can't have, it says, well, there isn't really that much out there. But when you start thinking about it, yeah, there's a lot more out there to eat than we really think. Just get some ingenuity and make your own recipes. Find a recipe and make it your own, and there you have it. Like I did with the the lentil sloppy joes, which I have since found a recipe on Pinterest for lentil sloppy joes that I'll have to try to make. That made a little bit different than I made it, but I found one this morning. But that's what you do. Take those recipes and make them your own. I used to eat I don't eat those so much now, but I do eat some. Let's put it this way. I do buy Morningstar Farms periodically. I like their chicken nuggets, their vegan chicken nuggets. They are so good. I like those. I like their sausage links they have. So I do buy that once in a while. One of the stores that I go to has a product called Vegelinks, and they're from Loma Linda, which is our Seventh-day Adventist institution. Those are very, very good hot dog. They're better than the hot dogs you buy in the store. You can eat them just right out of the can, which I like to put them on sandwiches. I go to the store once in a while. That store I was telling you about, this close to where I get my hair cut. They have them. Walmart doesn't, but this store has them. And I may go get them sometime and get and eat them because they're so good. But I do eat Morningstar Farms every once in a while. Walmart does carry it. It's in a special place in the freezer. But I do buy Morningstar Farms periodically. I like the ones that look like bacon, the stripples. I think that's what well, there was a thing called stripples a while back, but I call them stripples. They're not really, but they look like bacon. They taste just like bacon, and they're healthier for you. I eat those once in a while. Okay, Karen's Vegan Heaven. Just search for Karen's Vegan Heaven, and you'll find it. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, just ask to be approved. I will go in there because I check it periodically to see if there's anybody that's posted a recipe or they've asked to join the group, and I will approve you then. And it's a nice group. I have well over 250 in there. There are oodles and oodles of recipes. Most of them are Erlene and mine. However, a few other people are starting to post now and again. But there are oodles and oodles of recipes. Just pick a recipe that you're looking for to do. The pictures are there of the finished product. How it was made is there. Just pick one. That's what I did. This mock tuna salad was posted on my Facebook group by Erlene. I happened to see it, and I wrote it down this morning so I could make it, because I've been wanting to make that one. As I thought, well, it's a little bit better than the one I made before. It's got a little bit more to it, and it tastes better. So I thought it's simple to make. However, I will not post this up on that page because it's already there. I will post it up on my normal page, though, my own Facebook page, but not the group. I don't know. I'm keeping it in an airtight container with a lid on it. I've never had problems with it ever going bad on me because they're flakes. You're welcome, because they're flakes. So I don't really think it ever really does go bad. I've never had problems with it. I bought enough of it this time that I use it in my recipes that I won't run out so fast, because I had run out. So I just bought I think a pound or something, or close to a pound I bought from Amazon. And I just keep it in a container with a lid on it. And I just put it back when I'm done with it. But other than that, I don't know the answer, except it's never spoiled on me, because it's just flakes anyway. And I just keep it in the container, and don't put it in the refrigerator or anything. I just keep it on my shelf and, on my counter, and it's fine. Just keep it closed up and everything. Oh, popcorn with nutritional yeast. You know something? I eat popcorn too, and I could put nutritional yeast on it. Never thought about that. You gave me an idea. Thank you for that. See, by you guys coming in here, giving me ideas, I never thought, well, I could put nutritional yeast on, because I'm always, taking a little bit of butter and melting it on it. I bet it is. And I take it, and because I've got a Pampered Chef popcorn. I don't think anybody knows. Some of you may know what it is. This collapses, but this here is the popcorn maker. I just open it up at the bottom. Let's see, pull it up. And take this lid off. It becomes a bowl. I just got the smaller one. There's a family size one too. And this is a popcorn maker. Put it right in. This is silicone. And this here, you take and measure the popcorn in here. Put this here. You also put if you got vegan butter or whatever, put that in here, melt it in here, and then close the lid. And it goes right in here. And then when your popcorn is frying it or popping in the microwave, it will melt the butter. And, I use that to measure out my corn. My dog thought she's going to get it. Yes, it is. I don't remember what I paid for this. It's $20-some, I think. But it's the smaller one. Oh, yes, that's good too. But I am going to try to put nutritional yeast on popcorn. I never thought about that. But there are so many things that you can use nutritional yeast for. It's limitless. Everything. It's like chickpeas. It's limitless what you can use chickpeas for. Just find a recipe. I probably will, because I love nutritional yeast. I use it so much that I'm sure I will, because I eat popcorn every once in a while. Of course, I'm going to have this today, and I won't be eating any popcorn tonight. But I do like popcorn once in a while. I get hungry for it, and I'll just go ahead and fix it. I buy it in the store, the Orville Redenbacher or whatever, and fix that. But that gives me ideas. See, when you come in here, you give me ideas. You share with me and I share with you. We learn together. That's what it's all about, is sharing with each other our ideas. That's why I come in here, because my ideas and my sharing should help others to know how to eat better. And I'm so happy when people come in and say that because of me that they're wanting to go vegan, which I'm not going to take the credit for it. I think it's God and the Holy Spirit. I truly do. It's God and the Holy Spirit convicting their heart. I'm just the catalyst to help them, is all I'm doing. I'm showing them exactly how to become a vegan, and it's up to them whether they want to become vegan or not. I don't force anybody to become vegan. That's true. That's true. I agree with you. I couldn't have done it. You know, I've had. I'm going to block that one. I've had other ones that do their own, that do periscopes, that have really helped me too, that have been my inspiration. So, and since they've been my inspiration, I've kind of learned from them. Like Stacy Klein, our plants-based bunch, she's been my inspiration. She's been vegan for many years. I know. Isn't that funny though? We think that we can't do it, but we start realizing that when we keep going like that. You know, I didn't think I could do it either. When I first started, I kept questioning myself, well, can I really do this? Will I be able to maintain my weight loss and continue to eat properly? But I have for a year and a half now, maybe a little bit more than a year and a half, and I've been able to keep going, and I'm going to keep going because I love it. I love the fact that I'm feeling better, I'm looking better, my clothes are fitting better, I can walk better in the morning when I take my dogs for a walk. I can almost skip, which I don't do, but I can almost skip on my walks. And I'm so happy that I'm able to get out and do that stuff. You know, of course, there's some things I'm still limited to do that I won't do because I don't want to, fall and hurt myself. So I'm careful on that. The next door neighbors help me a lot because they don't want me doing things that I fall and break my neck or anything either. But, when you start learning how to eat, you wish you'd learned a long time ago, that you'd have started a long time ago. But once you've done it, you don't ever go back. I'm never looking back on meat. I won't look at meat the same way again. I look at it totally different now. When I go to my son and daughter-in-law's on Thanksgiving, I pass the turkey by. I don't even take it. She has vegan gravy that she'll fix for the potatoes. She fixes a vegetarian loaf that has no meat in it. I take that. So I pass the turkey by. There's most of them that there at the table eat it. My ex-husband still eats it, but my family, my son, my daughter-in-law, and the 2 grandkids don't eat it, and I don't eat it. None of us eat the turkey, but everybody else will. So she has to fix turkey for her family. But I've learned to pass it by. Sure, it looks good, but I don't want to get started on it. So I just leave it go. I don't need it. I eat plenty without it. And once people start learning to go without meat, you'll say, well, I should have started this a long time ago. I should have learned what it is to eat better years ago. I really should have, but I'm glad I'm doing it now. There's nothing like the present. It's never too late to start eating properly. That's what I say. Eat properly now, and you'll be thankful you did, because we are what we considered health reformers. We're going to be, we may be judged on the way we eat, and I don't want to be lost because I'm putting the wrong things in my body, because God says you shouldn't be eating a certain thing and we're eating it anyway. I don't want that to happen. The way we dress is another way. When I go out and about at home, now I've got a pair of slacks and a top on, but when I go out, I wear a dress. When I go out in public, a dress or a skirt and a blouse. I don't wear pants. It's hard to get to. Now, when I go to my son and daughter-in-law's for Thanksgiving, I'll probably wear pants and a top, but I won't. But other than that, because I won't be out in public, because I just go there and come back home. But when I get out in public, I go stores shopping, I always wear a dress, because I remember what dress reform is, and I want to be dressed properly. I want to eat like I'm supposed to eat, and I want to dress like I'm supposed to dress for the Lord. We should all think about that from day to day. I think I'm going to go now, because I gotta eat my lunch before it gets too late. But I'll probably come on tomorrow, and I may do a bread, because I've got some bananas that are getting a little too ripe, and they're about ready to go, so I don't want them to go on me. So I may come in there and do the vegan chocolate. Let's see which one I might do tomorrow. I might do the vegan chocolate peanut butter banana bread tomorrow, which sounds really good. So be looking for that tomorrow. So in the meantime, thank you for coming in and sharing out, and thank you for the super hearts of those that gave them to me. And I hope your night is a blessed one. Take care. God bless. Love you all, and bye-bye.